Okay, so high knee pull, engage the core muscles, which means suck the belly button in, stand up tall, engage the shoulder blade muscles, grab one knee, pull up towards the chest, pause, step, switch, pull, so to open up the hips and stretch the glutes a little bit, grab the outer part of the knee, outer part of the ankle, pull up till you feel a good stretch in here, step and switch, outer knee, outer ankle, pull. You don't want to sickle the ankle, outer part of the ankle. Step, switch, and if you wanted to take it up onto the toes, you could. It's a bit harder that way. Hamstring scoop. One foot goes in front, you bend the standing leg. You hinge at the hips, which means don't round the back. Keep your back flat, hinge at the hips. Reach as far down as you can. Step, 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 switch legs. Toes up, hinge at the hips. Legs straight, back flat, stretch the hamstrings. Step, 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 and switch. Hinge, core, back flat, reach, step, step, step. So bent over hamstring stretch, cross one leg over, core tight, hinge at the hips, back flat until the very last moment where you can relax, back, neck, head, stand, step, 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 switch, other foot in front, core tight, hip hinge, back flat, and at the very last second, round down, relax the head and neck, stand tall, step, 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 and switch. Lunge with rotation, step forward, core tight, squeeze the glutes on the bottom leg. Back knee can hover if you're a little more advanced. Rotate, rotate. Stand, step, 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 other foot in front, core, glutes, shoulder blades pulled down and back. Rotate, using your oblique muscles, not momentum. We gotta actually warm these muscles up. Use them, activate them, move through your full pain-free range of motion. Straddle with thoracic rotation. Hinge at the hips, come down, hands flat if you can. Rotate the spine as far as you can. Reach up to the ceiling with one hand. Come down and switch. Stand tall, step, step, step. Repeat. Hinge, core tight, back flat. Tap down, rotate the spine. Reach and look. Reach and look. Repeat. Glute stretch or hip opener. Cross one leg over the other. Hinge at the hips. Back flat, core tight. Sink down until you feel a really good stretch in the hip and glutes. Stand tall, maybe 3 steps in between. Cross over with the other leg. My back is flat, right? So the most common mistake here is this. But I want to keep those muscles on and activated. Movements are intentional. The more intentional you are with your movements, the more effective this warm-up is going to be. Quad hamstring combo. This one is really higher level. You need good core stabilization and balance. So you're going to do a quad stretch. Grab the foot with the opposite hand. Reach up high. If you are stable, from there, come forward. So my left quad is stretching and my right hamstring is stretching. But I'm also activating almost every other muscle in the body to prevent a face plant. So this time, right quad, reach high, left hamstring is stretching, maintaining balance and core stabilization, and breathing all at the same time. Side lunge to open up the hips, big step, hinge at the hips, come down, add a little rotation if you feel up to it, come up, other side, rotate. You can either step together and open up or side shuffle. Rotate, other side. Rotate, side shuffle. Big step, hinge at the hips. I'm loading the quads and the glutes in this position. I'm opening up the adductors, the big, big, big muscle group on the inner thigh. These muscles are often super tight because a lot of people don't think to stretch them. Lunge with an atlas reach. So big step forward. You can let the back knee come down if you want, but I want you to suck the belly button in away from the front thigh. Squeeze the glutes of the back leg, and then from there, reach, reach, reach up high. You'll feel maybe a quad, hip flexor, psoas stretch all the way up. Take the arms back, around, down. Step, 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 and switch. Core, glutes, open up, reach. Take the arms back, around, down, step, 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 repeat. Higher level would be to keep that back knee off the ground. Not mandatory, do what feels right and effective for your body. So walking in releve or up on the toes, core is tight. My heels are pulled away from the ground as much as they can be with the calf muscles. We want to make sure that the Achilles tendon is awake and ready for action. High knees, core tight, up on the toes. Get the arms going. Get those knees lifted. Keep that core the whole time and breathe. Side shuffle, low. Suck the belly in, pull the shoulder blades down and back. Keep that back flat. You want to avoid that rounded position. Up on the toes, light on the feet, and breathe. And then bring it back. Resisted side stepping with the resistance band around the ankles or the knees. Knees is easier. Core tight, little bend in the knees. Shoulders pull down and back. Keep the trunk upright, so none of this. Keep that locked down using your gluteus medius and the quads, and maybe some other glutes come in to help. Side step. And breathe. And bring it back. Forward side stepping with resistance. Some people call these monster walks. Little bend in the knees. You're drawing semicircles with each leg. So into out, soft landing, into out. And again with this one, you want to make sure that on the landing, that knee isn't collapsing inward. Also known as a dynamic valgus, if you want to get fancy. We are preventing that by activating the hip stabilizers and being conscious, mindful of the reason why we're doing this in the first place.